Here in the urban area, natives know what's Fort Snelling. We call it Bote. We know that this place is important. We know that the spirits are still there. You can feel their presence when you're there. Not, the 1,700 women, children, and elders who were at that concentration camp, the hundreds who died, their spirits still come back to that space.
Just over a mile from the Bishop Whipple building, where federal immigration detainees are being held outside of Minneapolis, is a crucial site in one of the Dakota people's creation stories. But in the 1860s, that site was also transformed into a site of genocide, as the United States imprisoned upwards of 2,000 Dakota and Ho-Chunk people following the Dakota Indian Wars in a concentration camp called Fort Snelling. Given the site's unique history, Dakota people and historians are warning of the potential for history to repeat itself.
And we know that history is a series of patterns. We as Dakota people know what this site has stood for since time began. We also know what it represents to the American government. And in terms of the United States government, this is seen as a space to take control and to invade. It's right underneath the recreated military fort, because it's not even historic. It's a recreated fort today. Right underneath that is an area that was a concentration camp. Many were killed. Women were used as target practice there. My own grandfather, my grandmother's great-grandfather, Cloudman Makpiawichashta, died at that concentration camp. We grew up hearing the stories of our grandparents having to carry their papers with them, or our great-grandparents having to carry papers of identification papers with them, not being able to leave and all of this. And that's where we're at again. We're living in a state of fear right now. Anybody who is non-white is threatened with being detained. We have to carry our papers on us. I had to get all of my kids' tribal IDs and had to find our passports and any sort of identification that we have. And so I'm incredibly fearful for my children and my husband, who are browner than me. Our grandparents were murdered there, were imprisoned there. And now we're worried about our family members being imprisoned there again. This is a space that's so important for us. This is a place of love and of beauty and our very makeup of who we are as humans. And it's a very difficult space to go to as Dakota people because it's very heavy. But it's a space that we've been working to be able to return to because it's our site of creation. It's a place that is so incredibly important to us, and yet it's hard to be there.
For a Dakota person or a Native person in general to be kept at Fort Snelling would be especially traumatic, right?
Absolutely. Just even knowing that there is a so-called detention center, just knowing that there are concentration camps that are being created, recreated again at this place is incredibly triggering, incredibly traumatic for our people. At the same time, it feels like we're being hunted. The immigrants who are being detained within that space, those are our neighbors. Those are our relatives. Those are Minnesotans today. At the end of the day, we're human beings. We're trying to figure out how to live amongst each other. And to see so many people hurting at this place that is so important, so beautiful, full of spirits and love is just wrong.
For ICT, I'm Amelia Schafer.